On this episode of Josh's Car Corner, the people want more GTO in their life, and I aim to give it to them by looking back through my 10 favorite GTO moments. So because I'm stuck in a hotel room in San Diego, hundreds of miles from the GTO and hundreds of miles away from all my camera equipment, I can't really film new episodes, but I thought to myself, well, that doesn't really stop you from making a new episode about the GTO. I'm going to do something that I've wanted to do for quite a while. I've been doing the show for over 10 years now, and I've had a lot of great moments on camera, so I thought, why not just make a top 10 list of all the great camera moments, things you might have never seen because they come from old episodes that why would you look at? Because the show was garbage back then. But there were some really good moments through the 10 years, so I thought I'd just chronicle through them here. So we're going to start with number 10 on my list, which is my very first 1249 pass in the GTO. It was actually 1246, I think, but it was an amazing day because we were at Byron Dragway in Illinois, and for whatever reason, the conditions that day were just perfect. Great air temperature, great density altitude. The track was so sticky. I was on some old Falcon Azena summer tires that I didn't even buy. They came with a set of wheels that I had bought. And for whatever reason, they were just hooking perfectly. I had cut a couple of 190 60 foots, and on the pass you're going to see, I cut my first 189 on street tires. Then there was no one else by me either, so you can hear the car perfectly. So check this out.
Well, I'll tell you what, Tommy, I don't know what you're thinking, but that was worth the price of admission to me. You know what, Tommy? I was so impressed with that. Wait a minute, just a minute, Tommy. I think you will beat. Tommy, here's the deal. Here, you come on. Here, Tommy, shut up a minute. Here.
Okay, going back to number 9 on the list, this one comes from 2015 when my best friend Joe and I were installing a high-performance cam in his G8 GXP. He had wanted to do it. He was going to have a shop do it and pay thousands of dollars, but I said, look, you and I can do this. I just built my engine a couple years ago, and LS motors are not that hard. And while we're doing it, let's just film it. So we did, and for the longest time, it was the most popular video that I had, and it was a lot of fun doing it, working with a friend. It was a great project. His engine sounded really, really good with that new camshaft. Okay, I got the injectors hooked up, the plugs are hooked up, then back in. The ignition system's all hooked up, the engine's primed. Joe is in the car. I just hooked the negative battery cable up, and we are about to try to fire this thing up for the first time with the new cam. Whenever you're ready, sir. That's angry. No lifter tick at all. That's a little different than stock, isn't it? Just a little more low. So coming up at number 8 on the list is going to be the very first 11-second pass I ever made in the GTO. By this time, I've got a set of drag radials on different wheels, and my engine's been built. I've got the ported heads, I've got the cam, the ported intake and throttle body, so it's obviously making more power. But I was having a hard time learning how to launch on drag radials because you have to launch the car so much differently than you would on street tires to get that good time. But I finally got it all put together for one good run at the end of a day at Byron Dragway again, just an amazing track, and ran my first 11.9 pass. 1194. That was it. 175/60 foot. Well, now I know what happens when I just destroy my clutch. It can run an 11. Get that on the camera. Pretty clear. 1194. So there you go. It's an 11-second car. So coming in at number 7 on the list is something that was technically illegal, but a lot of fun. Once again, Joe and I were heading down to Rantoul, Illinois to do no-fly zone Midwest, and it's about a 4-hour drive from where we were living in Madison. It can get a little boring because you're just driving on state interstate highways, and there was nothing to do. So I came up with this crazy idea to have an interesting kind of race that I don't think a lot of people have ever thought to do before, but I thought it had some entertainment as well as scientific benefits, so we did it. Check this out. Okay, so for this leg of our journey, I came up with an ingenious idea. Joe and I are going to do a torque test. We're going to both be in 4th gear. We're going to start at 80 miles an hour, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to whack it in 80 miles an hour in 4th gear and go up to about 120. The theory is we're both going to be starting at about 4,000 RPM, so we're going to be right at peak torque when we start. When we get to 120, we're going to be right around 6,000 RPM, so we should be right around peak horsepower. So it's basically a test between the peaks on the dyno graph to see who's got the most overall torque. Now, I've done the calculations based on rear end ratio and tire size, and basically we're going to both have about the exact same ratio. It's all going to come down to the fact that he's got a heavier car, but he's also got more displacement, so we're going to find out here pretty soon who's got more torque. Yep. There we go. Holy shit! Wow! That was it! Holy shit, that was close! But I think we proved our point. He's got more torque, but just by that much. Oh man, that was fun. Now I can't wait for no fly zone. Oh, we are such children. Coming in at number 6 on the list is my favorite pass that I did at the Good Guys Autocross in Scottsdale. I've done it twice. This was the second time I had done it, and I'd done it this time because I had upgraded my strut tower bushings to the white line camber adjustable bushings that allow you to turn it and tip the suspension in so you can get more camber in the front wheels. So I was running a lot more camber than I was the first time, which I would hope helped me give better front end grip on the autocross course. And it definitely did. I definitely went faster and had a great time doing it. Holy crap! Whoa! Wow! That was awesome! The announcer was just saying that was a huge improvement. He's right. That was 2 seconds. Wow. Woo! That was good. Oh my God. That was hairy. I don't know if I could do much better than that. Wow. I can't believe I ran a 49 and a deep 49. I tell you what, the front camber really did help, and as long as I'm not over driving it into the corners and pushing, oh my God, I can control it with the back a little bit. I can steer it. That was awesome. That was so good. I'm pumped. Coming up to number 5 on the list, and by the way, if you want to see the full versions of any of these videos, I'm putting the links to the videos in the upper right hand corner every time a highlight clip starts. So if you want to see the full video that the clip comes from, just click on the link in the corner. So number 5 here is going to be the best lap I ever ran at Road America in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. Road America was kind of my home track. My buddy Joe and I went there 3 years in a row and did track days there, and I got better every year. The first 2 times, my brakes failed on me, and I ended up in the gravel off of Canada Corner. So this year, the 3rd year, I was much more cautious with the brakes. I did not want them to overheat, so I just learn how to maximize my speed in the corners. Unfortunately, I was doing it on all-season tires, so I wasn't able to learn that much, but you do get to hear a lot of tire squeal on the lap, which adds to the excitement, I suppose. But I ran a 2-minute and 50-second lap, and it has inspired me to really get the car done up, to go back there and shave a whole lot more time off that, because I know the car is capable of more. But to this date, this is my best lap of Road America. Now we're getting into what I think is the really good stuff. So coming in at number 4 is the longest burnout that I have ever done in the GTO. And I did this at the Edge of Dells Bar in Wisconsin Dells. It's the second time I did a big burnout there. My first time I did it was just a video on its own. They got a lot of hits, but I also got a lot of criticism for doing it in first gear. Well, I did the same thing this time, and let me just say, it's my car, it's my engine. I want this thing to last a long time. I'm not interested in boiling it over, just trying to smoke some tires. But I had a lot of fun doing it, and I got it from a lot of different camera angles. A lot of people were filming it, and they were gracious enough to give me all the footage so I could put it together in one really cool video. So I'm going to show you that burnout right now.
That thing does good donuts, man.
Coming in at number 3 is the best drag race I had at Hot Rod Drag Weekend 2016. Hot Rod Drag Weekend was supposed to be an abbreviated version of the full Hot Rod Drag Week. So instead of 7 days and 7 tracks, it was 3 days at 2 different tracks, and you race 3 times in Phoenix, in Tucson, and then back in Phoenix again. They only did it 1 year. I guess it wasn't very successful. But I had what is actually the closest drag race I've ever had in my life against somebody with a serious drag racing car, because it was a 57 Chevy that was set up specifically for drag racing, and here I am in my street car GTO that's just got some drag radials on the back, and it was a really good close race, perfect launch, perfect shifts, and it was just the most satisfying win I've ever had at the drag strip.
Okay, it's round 2. This time I'm going up against a 57 Chevy. It's owned by the guy who's the first guy I talked to when I got here on Friday. He got 1182, and Ray was telling me that he's not great on the tree. So as long as I'm good on the tree, hopefully I'll win. Get up to that light. Wow, that was a good close race. Wow. So I made it 2 rounds. Yes. Oh man, I haven't been this pumped drag racing in quite a while. It's been so long since I've competitively raced. Man, the juices are flowing.
Here's water.
And I need water. God, I'm sweating. Oh my God.
Coming in at number 2 is my favorite race that I have on camera from anywhere, anytime. This comes from No Fly Zone 2018. It's me and the GTO after I had put a deuce speed intake on it and gone back out there and tried to improve, but the weather wasn't letting me do that day. But I did get lined up against a brand new C7 Stingray. And for a half-mile shootout, I thought to myself, ooh, this could be good in terms of power, in terms of everything. This could be a good close race. So I hadn't filmed any side-by-side action the whole day, and something just told me, you need to film this one side-by-side, and boy, am I glad I filmed it. What a race this was. Okay, for this one, I'm not taking a scan, and I'm also up against a C7 Stingray, and I think he's got a passenger. So this will be another really good test of where this thing's at versus modern horsepower, because those are 460 stock. But if he's got the 8-speed, he can definitely get through the gears better. So that's why I put it on dual camera mode. This will be a good test of how 10-year-old 500 horsepower does against today's 500 horsepower. He wants to start at the back of the runway. I'm only too happy to oblige him. Because if I beat him, it only further enhances the victory. Because he'll have more runway, better aero, better gearing. This is exciting. I'm curious about this one. And they're off. Here we go. So far, so good. It's close though. Holy shit. Staying in fourth. Yes, I got him! Yes! Woo! Oh man, I didn't win, but I got him. Or I didn't go fast, but I got him. What am I saying? I did win. Alright, time for some big breaks. Wow. That was awesome. So in that particular case, 10-year-old 500 horsepower was better than today's 500 horsepower. That was cool. I like that. So I understand these days it is fashionable to have honorable mentions to your list when you're doing a top 10. So I'm going to give them here, but I'm going to just put the links for these videos in the comment section below. And if you want to go watch them, you can go watch them. The first one's going to be a race I had versus my buddy Joe when we were on a boys own weekend road trip going through the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. I had my motor built up and he was still bone stock at this point. And we did a roll from 70 to, I can't even remember how fast we went, but that was a lot of fun. The second one is what I called the Happy Fireworks Hill Climb. We did a day trip on the 4th of July, and there was this town in southwestern Wisconsin I knew about that had this incredibly steep hill that climbed up to the top, and at the top was a church, and I wanted to see if we could both idle crawl up this hill, and we did, and it was a lot of fun. It was the stupidest, silliest thing, but it was just cool to just ride all that bottom end torque at idle and just crawl up a hill and then crawl right back down without ever touching the gas. It was fun. The third one is going to be Utes in America. This is the day in 2015 when I was in the middle of my road trip between Wisconsin and Arizona to move. I stopped in Denver, Colorado at Randy Reese's shop, and I did a video there covering what he does, which is bringing Utes to America, converting them to left-hand drive, and getting them so they can be registered on the roads here in America. And it was one of the most amazing days ever. To see all those Utes in one place in the States was wild. And that is the most popular video I've ever done now, by a long way. Okay, you may have been scratching your head to this point wondering what could it be, but I'm going to tell you right now, coming in at number one, it has to be the track day I had at Wakefield Park in Australia, getting to drive my buddy Tony Galea's Series 1 VX Monaro at race speed around Wakefield Park. I love Holdens, I love Australia, I love track days. So the idea that all got to come together at the same time, and I got to get behind the wheel of a right-hand drive Series 1 Monaro and take it around with a professional sitting to my left telling me how to go around the track even faster, was the most wild experience I've ever had in my life. I can't thank all of those people enough. Tony and the guy who was assisting me that day to give me the lessons. Oh, it was so much fun. So I'm not even going to cut pieces. I'm just going to show you the whole session from inside the car because it was so much fun and I will never forget this day. Okay, so now it's my turn in the car and Paul's going to instruct me and make sure I'm doing it right.
Oh man.
So you can run third all the way up the hill if
Yep.
you want.
Okay.
Take a late turn in, late apex.
Mm-hmm.
Right, try and be on the left-hand side. Cross over, there'll be a hump. I'll point out some of the landmarks you want to try and hit. That'll help you.
All right.
When you right-hand drive, make sure you don't put me into the wall.
I will try my best. Never mind the fact this is not my car.
Just remember there's a whole heap of car over here you're not
That's
used
right,
to.
exactly. Well, this would be great to go around with a professional racing driver to let me know if I actually have any skill at all. This will be good to know. We're out. All right, I was told turn in early here.
Yep.
Let it run wide.
Yep, take it out to the edge. Tuck over now. Tap the brake here, turn in. Take the back. Beautiful. Look over, there's a hump. See the hump? Aim
Yep.
for the hump. That's it, turn in now.
Okay.
Beautiful. Let it drift out. Let's take some of the curb.
A little bit of curve.
Tuck over onto that curb. Nice. And brake. Take third and turn in now.
Okay.
And let's look for the accelerator. Nice.
Oh,
It's a double
Little
eight.
off.
Yep, it turns in tighter on itself. Over the brake, turn in. Nice. We'll make a race car driver of the year, and we're
Right.
aiming for that. Look for about the 80. Now. Brake. Wait. Don't turn in. Now. So even that was a little early because it turns back on itself. See that?
yep.
Leaving yourself short on the outside. So we'll turn in a little bit later for the next one.
Okay.
That's it, up the hill.
All right.
And turn in. Keep to the left. Yep, turn in. Take it now. Aim for the hump.
Here for the hump.
Yep. Take your feet off everything, and turn in. The trick with this one here, you can take your feet off everything and let the momentum of the car turn you in.
All right, I'm gonna let this guy go on the next one. Here we go.
All right. Here, brake. Wait, and turn in. We'll let him go in the straight line. Oh, yep.
Oh, it's Kareem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let her go. She's
Yep.
way faster than
She's
me.
a good driver. Turn in. She's doing a great job. And aim for the outside. That's it. Brake. Now wait. Turn in.
There you go.
That's better. Feel that?
Yep.
A lot better.
Power's full
Exits-
down.
You can turn in a freckle later as well.
Okay.
Turn in. Brake hard. Third. Turn in now. Turn in. Yep.
Oh, understeer a bit.
Yeah.
A little fast.
No, you just turn in late.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Turn in. Stick to the left. Beautiful. Nice. In now. In. Look for the hump.
For the hump.
Feet off everything now. Turn up.
Oh.
Feet off everything. So don't brake.
Don't brake. Don't brake.
Don't brake
Okay.
at all. Just feet off everything.
Okay.
Turn in. It's a good way to learn that top corner. Brake. Wait. Turn in. That's better. On the power. Foot flat to the floor. Let's go. Tuck her in early. Beautiful. And turn in and go. Nice. Brake. And turn in. And foot on the gas.
All right.
Beautiful.
Oh, a little bit up there.
That's the American side he forgot about. Down through here. Turn in and brake. Back to third. Back off. Turn in now. Turn in. A lot better.
There we
See,
go.
You feel
Well, it's a little late, but yeah.
carried a bit more speed. It was better.
Oh, we got lights.
That's all right. Back out of it. So up here, let's go in with a little bit of speed.
Okay.
Go over to your left, turn in,
Yep.
turn in, and let's practice that. So as soon as you get to the hump, right now, feet off everything. And I hope you braked.
Sorry.
Turn in.
I still remember what James told me.
The real quick guys don't use brakes.
Okay, fair enough.
And then brake. You stay out wide. You turn in, and then you're basically starting to feed the acceleration on in here, letting the car dance. The back should dance around.
Okay.
Tap of the brake usually settles the car, then you turn in, and then you aim for the blue and whites that you can see up there.
Yes.
And that's what you're trying to hit. And then we're down here, and you do the last of the late breakers. Bang, 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 bang. There I use the 50 sign.
Okay.
And we're in pit lane, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
Very nice.
So do I have any skill at all, do you think?
Oh, mate, we're working on you.
All right.
For a man who's come from the left-hand side of the car to the right side of the car, you've done excessively well, mate. Well done.
Oh, okay, I'm so glad to hear that. I don't suck.
I thought we were going to find the wall out here where you forgot the Australian side of the car.
Yeah.
But no, very good, mate.
I have had four wheels off before, and I've always managed to save it, so I don't panic. I didn't wreck it.
So there you go, my 10 favorite moments from 10 years of Josh's Car Corner. I wish I could tell you when I'm going to have a new episode involving the GTO, but unfortunately, I don't know when that's going to happen because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be in San Diego. And by the time I get back to Phoenix, it's probably going to be triple-digit temperatures, which is going to make working on the car that much more unbearable. But I know it has to get done at some point, and hopefully that time will come sooner than later. Going back and looking at all these videos has really inspired me to get the car right and not only get it even better, but get on to working on other projects too, like the crewman. I know everyone tells me I got to get the crewman done. I know I got to get the crewman done. So that should happen. Hopefully I'll start working on that at some point this year. But until then, keep watching. I will get to the GTO as soon as I can. I promise. Thanks for watching Josh's Car Corner. See you next time.